any other installation come along, people put in, the agent will detect and update. Say, oh, this PC, down to the PC level, PC owned by this domain, this username, IP address, installed this particular game. You will know. Or illegal copy of Adobe, you also will know. Okay, because I don't have licenses. So nowadays, a lot of this software inventory, they track by licenses. So they also can track. So I've got 100 copy of Windows Office 365 or Office licensing. Then suddenly I have 101 shows up. Ding ding, I have an illegal copy. So illegal copy will always be a challenge. Now, some of you, if you ever think that illegal copy of software is okay, it is not okay. Illegal copy of software are where your backdoors comes in handy. Tell you a story that may scare you. I was in Cambodia. That was years ago. Then they were asking me this question because I was doing a bit of anti-piracy still Microsoft then. They asked me this question. They say, how do you prevent vendors from selling or buying from third party that are selling Windows that are not legal? Then I say, what's the situation? So the situation is this. This company, let's say I'm a hacker and I have my own copy of Windows 11. I will pay the hardware vendor who people go there and buy laptop for company base. So if they'll buy 500 copy, the kind of scale one. I'll go there, I'll say, you put in my copy of Windows 11 onto those desktop you ship out. Every copy of Windows 11 you put down, I pay you 200 USD. What do you think the hardware vendor will do? $500, $200 USD per copy times 500. Then on top of that, he's still charging the customer for the hardware plus Windows 11. They say, how do you stop this? So they all know that this copy of Windows 11 has a lot of backdoors on. The moment you put it in, you install it, you run it, everything is like an open book. So how do you stop this? I say very simple. Make sure that they authenticate, because it's not end user fault. The end user is totally ignorant of this. Then I say make sure that your internal IT activate your Windows 11 with Microsoft, not with the hardware vendor. Straight away, you know that it is illegal already. So this is where illegal software has its issues. Then, of course, you have unexpected access. So suddenly you access from unrecognized IPs inside your system. Now you can tell whether it's legal IP. You start to have privilege escalation. You start to have new administrators showing up or more administrators showing up. So which you know that it is not set up by you. So there's an escalation internally. Event logs will tell you all this. Then, of course, user and behavior analysis. User behavior analysis, for example, if I say Travel never attempt to log into finance data, suddenly he logs into finance data. And he tried 5 times. And finance server rejected his. Then I look at it and I'll go, okay. Straight away, I know it is a attack because Trevor never. So a deviation from user behavior. This is a deviation. Then, of course, performance anomalies, where you realize that some systems slow and unusually slow. Frequent crashes. This one here is quite interesting. So a lot of time, because the way Windows run right now, or even Linux run, they want to make sure that the services that it's providing stays up and running. So one day if you boot up and you go event log and you realize that your DHCP services keeps going down and then rebooting, keep going down and up, keep going down and up. And you see that lines of event log that says DHCP server restarting, DHCP server restarting, DHCP server restarting. If it is restarting, means that it went down, right? So how do you tell? Why is your DHCP server keep restarting? These are alarm flags that you need to go off because these are what we call frequent crashes that should not occur. Okay, and of course, unusual system locks. Unusual system locks is where you start to see event logs that don't normally show up but start to show up. Like for example, backup, restore logs, which normally happens in the evening, suddenly shows up in the day. How come I got backup and restore logs in the day? So unusual system logs that shows up. These are all telltale sign of an intrusion. Anything that appears out of the blue. Okay, I'm going to pause here for a moment because this is important. Any thoughts on this? Any questions? Okay, good. So I kind of explained a lot of it. So when to investigate? Don't ignore suspicious traffic. Don't ignore false positive. During your, later on when you do your GRC or your governance module, you will study the SingHealth scenario. The SingHealth scenario was big case because somebody ignored a false positive. Yeah, won't happen one. Famous last words. So anything that you see that you think is not right, try, check it out. Multiple login attempts, failed at logins. Cannot be. Multiple logins from different location. Unauthorized configuration changes because again, baseline and configuration changes. Now, one of the things that we have done this before and we managed to crack it was, sometimes you ask, how do you track unconfiguration changes or configuration changes, unauthorized configuration changes? Simple. Key configuration file, every file has a hash total. And you keep a copy of the hash total, and the hash total is there. And you can build in automation that it will constantly run hash. And if the configuration file changes, hash change, you know that there's change involved. And you can look at whether the change was authorized or unauthorized. So how do you know? You have a proper change management policy. That one you need to do as well internally as a cybersecurity practitioner. Last but not least, incident response triggers. Whether when there is malware detection, compromised credentials, IDS alerts, all these triggers, when you have all these incident response triggers, what do they trigger? They trigger the incident response plan.
David,
Yes.
are we going to be tested for change management or is it part of our course material?
No, you will not be tested against change management. Change management is something which, because the whole landscape of things is actually a lot. And so sometimes I just cover it so that it gives you a pen it down so that you look for it later on. But you will not be tested. I mean, you will not be tested in this course. But once you go out there taking those cybersecurity based exams, yeah, they cover change management.
He just want to explain end-to-end for total visibility, but we are not tested.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, Ken, yeah. Thank you.
This is just to cover a bit more of the content because it paints a complete picture.
David, TY, yes. Sorry, just to maybe learn a bit more on the credential changes, the config changes. Yeah. So it must be in a way to detect that that intrusion or that change. There must be a scheduled run scan per se, right? Or is it through any mechanism that maybe the OS or any application will just detect, there's a config change.
So it depends on how much you can. So some of the system tools out there that you subscribe to, like with Splunk and all that, they have the ability to track changes in config files. So you just register what are the files that you want it to track, and then it will periodically track and make sure that there's no changes. Those tools are usually expensive, and that's why I mentioned just now, instead of running those tools, I run a hash total. It's the same. So I just write a automation script, right, using Ansible, for example, free, open source. Okay. And then what I do is I run hash total. against those config files.
Okay,
I have a copy of, like, have the hash, that hash value that is stored internally as well. Right. So every time it runs, it just compare against the hash value. Okay, you can use that using Excel. You can do VLOOKUP or whatever, HLOOKUP and all that. Nowadays, there's a lot of XLOOKUP as well. Then you can just compare value. Then you know whether the hash has changed. Then you know whether the config file has changed.
okay. I mean, just putting the perspective. So usually I mean, just using Windows per se, because most of the enterprise uses it. So let's say the GPO is changed per se. So I would say every GPO or every OU that falls under a certain GPO setting, you have a specific hash. Can I say that? And let's say I go to the endpoint. Let's say one of the hosts that falls onto discussion sake OU1. So I run a hash there.
Yep.
Then I'll match back to the. But I mean, so I have to keep a copy of Excel per se, right? So that I know what's the hash value per se.
Correct. You
Okay,
need to.
so that's the more manual way lah.
Yes, and the cheapest way lah.
Got it. Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So for the rest, we're thinking what's OU1. It's just the way Windows Server organize resources for organizations. So they organize it in this thing called organizational unit, which was inside there I can put in my groups and everything that I can trace as a logical unit. Like basically, just think of it as a logical unit. So that's how Windows Server organize things. Linux will organize it differently, and yeah. Cool.
Usually for this type of log, right, do we need to save them for long term, or usually just like after a while we only save them?
Okay, depends. If it's system logs, yes, you need to save them for a while, and your audit will tell you how long you need to save it. Different for different industry again. Okay, when you study the governance session, yeah, you'll go through a bit of that. So some of the logs, you're going to keep it for a year. Some will keep it for 3 years. Banks, I think it's a different ballgame. I think Shafir, he's not here. So yeah, banks will also have a different timeline that you need to look at those logs.
Usually bank 5 to 7, depending on the appetite.
Yeah, 5 to 7 based on
Yeah.
logs also 5 to 7.
It depends on the bank. Some bank KCL one. I mean, I shall not name. Ask us to keep 5 years. Then we have to push back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So to track back 5 years, even logs, do you want to track back 5 years? If seriously after 1 year you find it so hard to map really, because it's just so many logs. How do you map? I can't think of anything beyond 2 also. Okay. Then the importance of recognizing. Okay, so the main thing in CS that we do today, cybersecurity, minimize damage. Minimize damage. Improve response time for business continuity. So it's all about minimizing damage. It's about your reducing business damage for business continuity. Improve business response time. It's also for business continuity. And last but not least, when you strengthen your security posture, it's also about business continuity. So all that we do, all that ties to only one thing, business continuity. Therefore, if you want to talk about what happens if I don't implement, then what happens if your system goes down? How much is it going to cost you? That is the other discussion that potentially you will need to think of. And you will think of that discussion when it comes to your module 6, which is your capstone project. Because your capstone project, you'll be talking to business owners. What happens if it goes down? How much will it cost you if it goes down? Okay, so that's the other discussion that you need to do so that you can justify them to spend money with cybersecurity, basically, right? Okay, logs, and I've covered this already. So how do you identify? Okay, so logs, hash total, okay, SIM systems, all these are all monitoring logs. Then of course, behavior analytics, all that, you have all the AI systems that's being sold by a lot of this newer generation of AI tools that does all this behavioral analytics kind of analysis. Then of course you have all the different audits and simulations which you will do in your. Oh my goodness, it's still there. I thought I submitted the change already. It's still there. Okay, good. red team exercises. Okay, so and just to cover one more slide before I let you go and do your 11, which is this one here, intrusion prevention system. What is, they call it IDPS, including IPS, including that means that now I put in a prevention system that takes action. Besides alerting you that config file has changed, for example, then in my automation, I can put if config file change and it's not a proof change, then it will roll back to my previous config by default. Can it do that? Of course. So nowadays, a lot of automation tools out there like Ansible, very powerful, they'll be able to do that. Check automation, check config file. If it has changed, if it's authorized, leave it. If not authorized, roll back. That's how easy it is. Okay, so it will just be able to roll back. Now, the rest I'm going to cover on Saturday. So a few other things, which is prevention. A lot more. These are all very self-reading, which I don't want to go through now, partially because it's late and going through all this at this hour is not productive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you back a bit of time to do your lab 11. Okay, so lab 11. So focus on lab 11. If you are still trailing, do up your labs. By this Saturday, you must finish your e-learning. Must complete e-learning. Don't complete. If you go into the system and you try to do your system, your assessment, it may just block you. So don't take that risk. Make sure you finish your e-learning.
E-learning must finish until what?
Everything for this module. I think altogether there is I also can't remember for this module. I think for this module quite a few. What's the last time round? Is it 5?
Yeah. 5.
So finish all your 5 e-learning.
5.3.
Yeah. Then in between there's smaller units, but make sure you finish all the 5 and make sure you.
I think what is important is that you're going to your web page, that e-learning web page, and look at your progress tracker. Make sure there's no gap in between. Up from 1 to 5.
Must complete. Yeah. Thanks, Trevor, for that. Yeah. So you got to look at your tracker on that. Okay. So adult learning, I don't want to chase. No point for me to go in and trace and then ask you to finish. Make sure that you do your adult your e-learning. Okay, come on, open your breakout room. Again, I'm going to let you go through and you all can fall out from there already. Okay, once you finish your 11 or do until you're happy with the group, I'll still be here till 10. After 10, I will also do my things ready. Then you just basically, I won't bring you back into the main room already, okay?
So the next time I see you will be at Namli Avenue already.
Yes, Saturday, 9 a.m. I'll send out a reminder on Friday itself. So
the room that cannot be found.
Same 404, yeah, room cannot be found. 404, same room. So I'll see you there. All you need to bring is yourself, a pen, and that's it. Your identity, all that. Make sure that you have a phone, your SingPass.
Pen we need to write down.
Yes, some of the things you need to pen down, but not a lot.
And bring your laptop.
Yes, bring your laptop.
Yeah.
Thank you. And from the last discussion, your discussion, not mine, have WhatsApp installed. Okay, so I open your breakout room. I'll see you on Saturday, 9 a.m. I'll be here. So if you need anything, I'll still be here.
Hey, David, sorry,
Yes.
one last question. So for Saturday during assessment, there is actually no group project. It's all individual, right? Because technically we're not allowed to talk to each other, right?
No.
So
Yes.
everything there's no such thing called group project.
No. Group project only come after this week. I think next week, next Monday, y'all will start your M6.
Okay.
Your M6 is not by me, by another trainer. So yeah, so by Monday you start M6, which is your capstone project, which is done in groups of 3s and 4. And I have requested them to keep this group so that since you are familiar with each other, then you just work according to your group.
Then how about the WhatsApp group? Is it going to still be the same or what?
I leave it to you. Y'all can continue to use that group, or y'all can form another one for different modules. I leave it to you. Okay. After that, I will transfer the admin rights out already. I'll transfer it to one of you, or if it makes sense, I make all of you group admin also can. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, cool. Let me do that so that we have time for you to do your lab 11 and trail whatever that you have gone through.
Wow, Steven, you so fast, ah?
No employment waiting for you all to 介绍 leh. Every day stay at home. Super sian ah. Very fast one the 100%. You just click. Just click Don't think just click.
You so fast, I scared.
No, I encourage you all leh.
So fast you finish already. After finish the module 1, module 2, I don't go do it first already.
Module 2 I 80% already.
Open already,
Very
module
big already. I don't read so much.
Module 2 the e-learning. Just click. Open already. It's open one. The module 2 is open one.
Oh, okay.
So fast you release all 5 already. Can study so much. Wow,
Cannot
just
study
a bit
all
only, I
one.
hate
Cannot
that
go in everything one. Cannot go in on. Just like browse through and then just do the lab test, then come back again, then take a look. Does it make sense or not?
Oh, really fast, yeah. Hey, Anita today around?
Don't know leh. Is she around? Hi, Anita, are you there?
Yeah, I only can see you and Yinfeng.
Funny, somebody asked for want to watch a so-called the recorded so-called session.
Yeah.
But
I
how
think
come
because
this
he needs
David
the
never
lesson.
allow? But I shoot one,
You must ask Farabi. Farabi is the one who will send it to you. David don't have the so-called authority to send the thing, I think.
Or ask the who Ferrari
Farabi.
oh.
I mean.
Oh.
Anita, how is your lab? Busy.
Oh,
Or maybe it's on mobile lah.
Last statement.
It's back already.
Last lab, Okay.
Last lab is 13, right? 13.
Yeah.
13.
I think I did 13, but some of them are not a bit blah blah. I think maybe next 2 days I'm going to redo the 4, 5, 7 or 8.
Familiarize.
Actually, still got time, no? Yeah, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, still got time.
I think maybe best thing is write down the command code. Write down the command easier.
It's in the lab.
Open book leh. You say open book leh.
Yeah, open book is in the lab.
I know it's open book, but I think just write down the command will be faster, right? Then it's like no need to flip here, flip there. Walao.
You got 90 minutes, sure enough lah. I think you also got WhatsApp, sure enough lah.
You don't know, just ask what's the command, then sure got people know one
Just shout
if not, then just
check.
Then if not, then go Copilot lah, can right, or ChatGPT lah. Ask for the command.
You know what I scared the most, because that day after the exam, I said I go back to work. I tell you, I'll be damn shaky. Yeah.
Wow, damn shaky.
Wow, whole day then you still work night. Wow.
Saturday.
Because my colleague taking off on Saturday, Sunday, then I land down there, had to go back home, go back to work.
Oh. No backup eh?
That's why lah, no backup lah.
So only you and your
Colleague,
colleague
I
should
don't
have
have third
someone.
IC leh.
You should have the third person, right, to stand in
That's the
the
problem. I don't have third
floater.
person.
Don't have
I
floater.
don't have third person.
That person is your manager already, maybe.
My manager won't come down one lah.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah, lor. Third floater don't have ah.
Don't have lah. No filter who know how to do my thing lah.
Wow.
Even they know my client won't allow also.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. You can't
But
touch any
they should
other thing.
they should have a backup ah. 2 person, what if one fall sick? Then
No
how?
lah. I already tell my boss I need at least one more person lah.
Yeah,
I
lor.
try to get one more.
Hey, me.
Yeah.
Me.
You want to join security You take your security course already or not?
What kind of
Hey,
security course?
you need to
What
clear the
what kind?
mandatory the what
A
PRD
lot. PRD one lah.
ah.
Then what's
My
more,
course is
for supervisor one, right? You won't be able to take active 1 year later, yeah.
I think security is like security officer first, right? After that, then can take supervisor, right?
Okay,
Is it
you
like that?
security officer, you need I think 3 to 5 courses. Okay, that's for security, basic security. Then after that, you go to SSO, which is 6 months later after you
SSO,
so-called finish.
yeah.
Will be another don't know how many courses. Then 1 year after that, then you can take the security supervisor one. Then also don't know how many courses also. I think 7 at least.
Take
But
course
then,
never mind lah, but during the employed, you take the course Is it?
Yes.
No, during your
During
employed, you
employed.
take the course is alright. It's
what
paid
do you
by.
employ?
That means
What
you are employed
is-
as a security officer already. Then you want to upgrade to security supervisor.
Senior security officer.
And that one you can do that
so-
during the time.
Yeah.
But I tell you lah, sian lah. After I work for so many years, I very sian already.
How many years
now-
you are in security?
Almost 10 years already.
Wow.
Such a
Huh?
You
long period, long time.
Yeah, I've been a operation executive before, so I see things from management point of view. I work from the man point of view. You see a lot of view, then you see already down there. What's
Wo gap at the sandwich level, right?
Yes.
Yeah, lah.
actually, why
At
don't
sandwich
you stay
level.
on at the OE level? Is management, and then there's a chance to go higher, man.
No, I tell you very frankly, the OE level is a 包干料 level.
Yeah,
Okay,
correct lah.
then the pay sometimes not even as good as the supervisor.
Of course because supervisor work 6 days, 12 hours. Then the
The OE is
extra-
24/7 there.
yeah lah. You no need to stand in for supervisor mah. It's just
Okay.
you have to be on your phone
I
lah.
put
Yeah
it this way not always the case. Okay, if your side is small one you will stand in for the SO. You need to stand
No
in for
choice
the
lah.
SO.
But
Okay.
then depends on your company lah. If it's big, then you have floater mah.
So I tell you not all the company have floater one Not all the
Wow.
company
I
last
thought
time don't have one.
I thought my agency last time was very jialat already. Only like 1 or 2 floater.
No,
And
my
then I
one
think
was
your
even
case.
worse. My one
Yeah.
not enough full timer. I almost half my project is all ad hoc.
Wow.
Almost half my project is all ad hoc. Then you imagine half the project ad hoc the ad hoc never show up, right? And now you rush down from your home to the site.
Yeah, I know. Last time our OE also stand in for SSS.
So it's like very sian one now. I tell you you said 5 days in the office no leh. I think I'm most like 4 days at the site covering duty 1 day in office doing payroll.
You are 5 day work meh?
I mean in terms of going to office it's 5 days mah. Then
Oh.
Saturday Sunday bo lang also go down cover also.
But you are 10 years in the same company, same agency.
No lah, change lah. I worked as an auxiliary police last time. Auxiliary police, I was there for 3 years. I think more than 10 years already. 3 years auxiliary police. I was in the government key installation part lah, like Istana lah, Ministry Home Affairs lah, Minister Residence lah, this type of post. So like from I can go to Lee Kuan Yew office, Lee Hsien Loong office, no problem one. So last time I'll go all those places lah, and then Woodland checkpoint also cover before these type of things. Then after that I kena some cases lah. Then I left the APO. Then
Police case, bro.
Police case. Then
I also kena before, but minor one. It's okay one.
Recording in progress.
Still have anything? No more.
Go back already.
Okay, sorry.
Almost many left.
Yes, quite a few left, huh? So
Yeah,
going
only
to-
group 3 is here.
yeah, I'm
No,
gonna open
that's
up breakout
chit-chatting,
room again.
We are chit- Just chit-chatting now here only.
Okay, lah.
No lah, because I finished already. I just chit-chatting now here only.
I'm also signing off. I need to signing off from office also.
I think we also go off lah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that
After
maybe
that, I
only
worked as OE for 3 years. Then I've been a supervisor down here for the depot for around 6 years already.
okay. So you have no plan to move up OE and above.
I can move out anytime, okay, but the thing is, it's not really worth lah.
Okay.
It's not really worth lah.
Worth okay lah. It depends what you want lah. You want the
No, the pay,
money
pay.
or you want the easier
It's a
life
salary,
style,
salary.
work style lah.
It's salary.
Yeah lah. Okay, if salary is the more important, then no choice no. But are you going to do another 10 years of night shift?
No lah, that's why I'm looking at AI, looking at cyber security, all these things lah.
Okay lah, making a own product. But okay, let's assume lah, you don't have this product yet lah. Or maybe
No, that's why I'm currently continuing down here. One thing is I'm getting my credential. Second thing, I also need to catch up on my tech skill ma. A lot of things I don't know yet in terms of tech because I'm not trained in tech first. So I'm getting my tech skill, number one. So I'm now also doing LinkedIn for reach and credibility. So that in the future, when you start to sell a product, right, at least people know that this person really know his stuff, lah, and such things. So
what if your product takes 10 years to launch?
no, won't take so long. The product is finishing already. It's finished. The only thing is the polishing and testing. I already finished building the product. It's only the polishing, testing, building the installer.
Because your product is quite new, so it might take some time for people to know. So meanwhile,
I think it is not as difficult as you think it is lah. Just
Okay.
need to get some people to pilot the thing, get some review, then from there word of mouth, let's go out. Easier already.
Charles, you say you're addressing some pain point, right? Pain point, right?
Yeah.
So your project or your product is addressing exactly what pain point that people face.
Rostering. It's a everyday rostering.
rostering of the security officer.
It's an everyday thing you have to do ma.
Oh, rostering.
It's every day, man. It's every day. That means it's very jialat eh.
No lah, you plan for the 1 month lah. But the thing is, sometimes you have to plan the duty ma. Although you know who is working, who is not working, but the thing is you have to plan the duty ma.
Oh, so there are still duty lah. Not say you plan the personnel there, then you'll be
Work or
there
not work.
doing the
It's
same
not about
thing.
work, they'll not work. It's about their duty.
Okay.
So you go deep into study what is the components, what are the things the planner do.
Actually, if you do it day and night, you roughly know how to plan your own roster already. You just only putting your so-called your thinking logic right into a program and let the program do the thinking for you. You don't need to think anymore.
Oh, so the AI agent,
Something like that.
something use an agent to do your repeated work repeated work
Yes, but the thing is, what makes it special is because I come from a lot of background. I see things from different perspectives, management perspective, staff perspective, and also looking at client perspective. So your system will be robust enough to handle a lot of constraint, a lot of funny factors So that's why for me I use config sheet because config sheet is most easiest to so-called configure. So that means you can change things easily, then change the whole programming. You just only change the config sheet only.
You mean the configuration, the
the
configuration
configuration. You just change the configuration
file
rather than change the machine.
Yeah.
But the configuration also got problem also. People need to know how to write the configuration, then don't spoil your configuration.
So did you dig into GitHub to study before you come up with this product? GitHub got a lot of program.
I tell you one thing is this I don't even know about GitHub Until I do my project right, then I need to do this thing called CI/CD pipeline.
CI/CD.
Okay.
You need GitHub.
Then ChatGPT tell me you need GitHub you need Render you need Stripe Okay. Then from there I spent almost 1 month trying to figure out how to link these two things together. Webhook here there all the things.
Because whenever talk about programming, Python will come in, then GitHub will come in.
Correct.
Then
Python,
you must know how to fork it. You must know how. You must
Python,
know the whole thing about GitHub. Not that easy one.
I tell
A
you
lot of branches one. That means somebody
No.
changed some program, right? In a so-called stage area, right? Okay, the program would affect the main program one. Then if the stage area good already, right, then you can merge into the main GitHub program one. So
Yes,
it's a
what you are
version
saying
control
No, what you are saying right is when there's multiple people doing on the same project. For me, I'm a
Correct.
person, so I just working on the main branch, no problem. If I'm doing versioning, I do it on the branch. So the branch, right, the thing settle, I push it out for the versioning. Okay, if the thing not working, then I can roll back.
Can. Yeah.
Okay. So if your other colleague are doing on certain other upgrade on the product, right, they are doing it on other branches, so that they won't so-called affect the main production line. Everything they test within the branches until everything okay, sweet already, then push out.
Yeah
Okay.
Programming is part of it but there are some other thing
So
because you
it's just
entrepreneur.
the source of truth for you to push out whatever thing that you want to push out. Then also GitHub is a place for you to save your secret key. You need to save your environment, save
a lot of things to save inside. Yeah. A lot of keys. People can steal things from GitHub one. Careful.
No, so the thing is you need to rotate the key also every now and then.
Correct.
For me, right now I'm not really using it yet. So they want to steal, let them steal first. Later when I'm going to real production, right, I will change the key again. When I'm more like official. Even I was talking to my lecturer. He's saying if your client base is not a lot, right, you don't really need the CI/CD pipeline for the time being. You just cash on delivery. CI/CD can be done, but the thing is not a must at this point of time.
Because it's basically for a group of programmers to write something like quite a big project one.
Correct. But I think at this point, CI/CD for my project is not a big thing because why?
Yeah.
Right now I'm one person, one man show. Okay, even in the future, I hire somebody, right?
You hire somebody to write the program. Yeah, easier some more.
Okay, if I'm hiring somebody, I tell you what I will do is I'll just hand over the whole project to him. I won't touch the thing. Why?
Then how you make the money? You sell it as a what? IP.
White label.
IP.
White label. Use white label the thing. So you sell them one company, right? Say, I like this one. You sell them, then they can sell to their contractor whatsoever. Right? You don't care. Okay, you want label, you collect one piece of money already, right? Then they want to sell to whoever they are put, right? I see, but you still hold the IP, right?
Correct.
Ah, so that is much more easier for you to so-called. You can still continue to sell to other client lah, but it's just like it's the same product but on a different name, lor. Like I call my product Auto Roaster. You can call his product what Sing Roaster or I don't know Singer Roaster or everything. Then another person call it don't know what scheduler, smart scheduler.
Yeah.
It's still the same product, but it's just different name. You get me? It's selling under different sub company, you know. They are selling the thing, but the thing is the original IP is under you.
Don't go and throw your program into ChatGPT or Copilot, no. People will copy one, no. Very dangerous. No. That one is
I
very
do my whole project
confidential.
inside ChatGPT.
Huh?
I do my whole project inside ChatGPT. So the thing is, even now with ChatGPT, right, I put it under lock also. So basically, to access my information, they need password. To access.
Hopefully it's safe lah. It's safe lah because I don't believe in those LLM one.
Oh, that's why you see.
Too risky already.
You know
They
what it's
make
called prompt injection, right? You heard about this term called prompt injection, right? Imagine now I'm talking to you. I walk away. Somebody come over, take over my place. ChatGPT will know you know. Will know that the person has changed, you know. Then they start asking a lot of funny questions. They will try to extract your information, right? Okay, so what happened is this. That's why I put key password so that if they want to access sensitive information, right, they need the password. They need the password. Without the password, right, it wouldn't so-called give them the so-called information.
I have information from this AI Singapore okay. Because we invited them to have a talk about AI demography in Singapore. So what they told us is US Trump, okay, he is trying to force those ChatGPT or at least those developed in the US one to keep all the prompts and information. That means he wants all the companies to keep all the prompts and information of users, whoever use the platform. Yeah. So whatever things you type, whatever things you keep, the companies will have to have a copy. This is what Trump wants. I mean to more for monitoring, more for other purposes because they have all your information. So yes, you can protect to prevent someone else outsider to access your information.
That's why it's called man in the middle already, lor.
Not say man in the middle but they that not yet a law, but he has the intention to do this
The thing is for the company okay. Think Apple Apple have this privacy clause Even FBI want to get information from them From example, this phone belong to one Afghanistan They didn't agree to it.
I know, but if it's a law will supersede everything.
But if it is law, of course it will be supersede. But the thing is, from the company point of view,
they don't care.
Will they so-called comply with this law or not?
As long as you use ChatGPT, then OpenAI will have the rights to keep your data because it's required by the law. You can't say anything.
So the thing is this for me, I will put a so-called after everything I do, right, I'll save one copy USB whatsoever Okay. And what's more, the thing is this, it's still under your IP. They can have your prompt but it's still under your IP
Yeah, but it can be leaked out It depends on how OpenAI use
GitHub also gonna hack. I don't know how many times already. So what's the difference? People still use GitHub Okay. The thing is, you just need to minimize the damage. What's more, for me, right, the damage is not about my source code. The more of the damage is whether the thing work or not work.
And whether
the reliability
more important is the reliability and the client that you source. That one is you source it. Nobody can take away.
Because the client take already, right? They have their product, their data is still under them. It's not under me. I'm not hosting the thing.
Mm.
I'm not hosting the anything on cloud or whatsoever. So data it still belongs to them. They control the thing. And what I'm selling is just like an app to them. They manage the whole app.
And it's just because your source code also is found from ChatGPT, so it can have many iteration of the source code.
Yeah.
So just now Sophia posted one image on the WhatsApp on that students in university are using ChatGPT to score. That one is not really correct because not only one student using, many students are using. So the result will be more or less same. So when they use this result in their report, there will be a kind of turn it in, like to check for the originality of the of what they write. So
Correct.
imagine most of the students have the same writing. So the school will know, the lecturer will know these are from not from original. So the lecturer won't let it pass. In fact,
That one,
my
yes, I
school,
will. That one I do correct. That's why sometimes the thing is right now, right, for school, it's not about banning ChatGPT or AI whatsoever, but it's
yeah.
how to design the questions or design a project, right? The student tackle it from different angle, different layer or whatsoever, so that not every student, right, is tackling on the same thing.
I don't know how the school set the question. It cannot be
Because right
I
now they are
have
setting the question, maybe it's just like, okay, I want you to give me the pro and cons, okay, of this thing and maybe the application
mm,
or in this industry.
then you cannot have different question because the market will not be fair.
Because like I said, this type of question, pro and con, right, and however, right, and then I can tell you, I just write a prompt inside the ChatGPT, right, it give me all the answer already.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
But you cannot
then the
have
wording just
different.
change a bit only from different model of LLM. But the question is, if they want it to be more unique, right? That means the question will ask them in exam this thing from this angle,